let's get to the betting portion of this all. Lewis Nery, straight up on the money line, is a plus 800 if you're rocking with the underdog and you like that bet. And Naoya Inoue is a minus 1400. So that's
Whew.
pretty wide. I'm not mad at that though. I'm not actually mad at this line. Do you think it's a little bit disrespectful though?
Like I don't have the recourse to be like, hey, this is off. The Canelo Munguia one was a little more like, I feel like because Canelo's aging, blah, 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 but no, Naya in a way is, I mean, if he were minus 2,000, I'd probably be like, that's still not that steep because of what he's shown us and because of our questions about Lewis Nery and things of that nature. Also, want to know because a lot of people may think, hey, what's Naya in a way to win by stoppage? Minus 500 to win by knockout or technical knockout. So if you want to play that straight up, you better put in a lot to get some value because minus 500 is not great.
Oh, is it my turn to talk? Yeah, it's not. So
Yeah, I
we got to
petered
look
out there.
for.
That's my bad.
I actually don't think the I don't think the line is disrespectful. But I do think Nery has a chance in this fight, a puncher's chance. He does have power, and in a way, will be facing that power. So let's get into the breakdown of the fight, Bryan. How are you betting this one, and how do you think this fight is going to go?
So kind of in the same uh sphere as Hustle Man. I got Naoya Inoue winning by knockout or technical knockout between rounds 1 through 6. Brandon Figueroa got it done in round 7. I think Inoue gets it done faster. I don't think he's going to come in and mess around. There's elements of this that are personal that we sort of touched on, but remember he was suspended, he being Lewis Nery, by the no banned actually by the Japanese Boxing Commission. Um, Shinsuke Yamanaka was a former bantamweight champion, and Lewis Nery went in there, knocked him out, tested positive for a substance, knocked him out again, came in overweight. Like it was just a mess, right? So he is technically 2-0 with 2 knockouts in Japan. Top Rank recently posted him saying that he's going to go 3-0, and he's only fought 6 rounds between those 2 fights because one stoppage was in the second round, one was in the fourth. But I don't think he's going to have the same success against Inoue, who I think is going to make it a point. Like, it just feels like one of those performances where he's going to want to make a statement early, as he has done against other Southpaws. So I think Inoue gets done within the first 6 rounds. That is plus 120 at the time of this recording at one prominent book. If you're curious, for him to get the stoppage late, 7 through 12, plus 150. So, or plus 170. I saw it in another book. So it's pretty split. But I think he gets it done early.
So before we hopped on, I was letting Bryan know. No, I already knew my bet. I just needed to go check the odds really quick, and I was like, you know what? I think Inoue is gonna get it done rounds 1 through 6, and he was like, I have this exact same bet. So I'm rocking with Lewis Nery to get knocked out. I think Inoue will get the stoppage between rounds 1 through 6, which is a plus 120. You said, Bryan? Which
Plus
I
120. Yep.
which I believe are some good odds. The reason why I say this is because I talked about Lewis Nery alternating between his guards. When he has the low guard going on, he drops his lead hand. He leaves himself open to getting hit. Also, when he throws combinations and he's trading, because we know that Lewis Nery is also a pressure guy. He likes to come forward. I don't know if you necessarily want to trade with a guy like Inoue, but when he's throwing those combos, he leaves he leaves his chin just wide open, right? Like wide open. And so he's going to get hit by Inoue during those moments, right? And I just think that he's defensively irresponsible during those moments. And so when that happens, it's like, are you going to be better defensively? Because we've seen Nery fight before. We've seen him get dropped before by Brandon Figueroa in the 7th round, which was a liver shot. So I don't think the high guard is going to help him. I don't think the low guard is going to help him. I don't think the Philly shell is going to help him, because the way that Nery fights, he's going to get hit. And we've seen him go toe to toe, and he's an aggressive fighter. On the other hand, on the flip side, when you take a look at Inoue, we know that he likes to come forward, and it's all about his speed, his timing, and his power. And I believe they're all better than Nery's. And in this fight, I think when I take a look at their skill set, Nery's really good. He's going to have the puncher's chance in this one. And I do believe he might have some moments against Inoue. How many? I'm not quite sure. But I think Inoue jumps on him fast. And I think he gets it done fast. So I think it's going to happen in between rounds 1 through 6. And for me, it's going to be another great performance by Inoue. And getting a name like Nery on the list just adds to his resume. Where at the end of this, I am PK13 says, Shantelle, you really do love your Mexican fight. I do. I do, but I'm not rocking with Nery in this one at all. I'm rocking with Inoue. I think he gets it done, and I think it's just another phenomenal performance by him. And for myself, once he gets Nery on his resume and we go through Inoue's resume, it's going to be hard for us to not put him number one.
Until Terrence Crawford inevitably wins the super welterweight title, and then we have to have this discussion again. Is this the biggest puncher that Inoue's seen since Nonito Donaire, maybe the second fight?
Yes, I think so. And you know what? Going into that fight, which is crazy, Donaire had this really good performance in his previous fight. And coming into this one, guys, Nery is on a 4-fight win streak. 3 out of those 4 fights have been by stoppage or knockout. So
Yeah.
he's coming into this fight feeling good on a run. And for myself, I feel like that's great for Nery, but he's facing the monster. I was gonna say he's facing a different type of dog. He's facing a different type of monster in this one. And I just think he's defensively irresponsible. He's gonna come forward, he's gonna try to land those combos. He's a combo guy. But I also think that Inoue is gonna have success with the counter.